All right, let's do it now. And everyone, hear me. Let's try one more time. Okay. There we go. Okay. Everybody's starting to hear me. Can you hear me clear? Do I need to speak up, or is it just right? It's working. Awesome. Well, welcome everybody. Awesome. Looks like everybody can hear. Everybody can see as well. Okay, so my name is Luis Trujillo. I'm the Chief Scholarship Expert here at ScholarshipOwl. And today we're going to go ahead and get started. Just a little intro about myself. If you haven't heard about me, it might be because you've never been on the webinar. Maybe you've never seen my materials. But today we're going to go over some really, really good stuff. Okay, so what I want you to do before we get started, take out a notepad, take out a pen, block all distractions, get off your phone, just silence it, get off of Netflix, get your parents here in the room with you, and let's go ahead and get together and let's make this a really, really good webinar. Okay, by the way, before we get started, I always like to ask where everyone's from. So just so you know, I'm from Texas. I'm from the great state of Texas. If you want to shout out where you're from, that's totally fine. I'll definitely love to see you guys post in the chat. I want to make sure we're talking the whole time, we're interacting, but at the same time learning. Okay, we don't want to make this entirely boring, but we don't also want to make this just about having fun. Okay, so I see people posting from California, New York. Alexis is from Vegas, Maryland, Ohio. So we got a lot of people here from all across the U.S. Good to have everybody here. Andrew, Ari, Emily, Kayla, Michelle, Colton. Awesome, guys. Good to have all of you here. Good to have everybody here. Okay. So, with that being said, guys, it looks like we are ready to get started. So, today's webinar is going to be on how to win more scholarships, even if you don't have a 4.0 GPA. So, like I said, my name is Luis Trujillo. I'm known as the 100K scholarship winner. I am a mentor, and I'm the chief scholarship expert here at ScholarshipOwl. I've been featured in several places such as Fox News, Crockett, and Money Talks News. Okay, I've taught a lot of students. I've helped a lot of students throughout the years, and I'm here to help you today. So hopefully we have a good crowd here that's ready to learn. So some of you, if you're asking if you're in the right place, here's how you know. Okay, so if you're in high school or you're in college and you just need help finding and winning more scholarships, then you are in the right place today. Okay, now if you're a student, you don't have the money to pay for school, you don't want to take out student loans, which can take a lifetime to pay back, then you are definitely in the right place today. And even if you do have money for college and you have college savings, but you just want extra money just to have in college, then you're also in the right place today. Okay, so here's what you can learn today on this webinar and what to expect. Okay, I want you to have some expectations from me. I have some expectations from you. I expect that you guys are going to be taking notes and learning. So here are the expectations that you should have from me. So I'm going to show you my proven 3-step formula that I use to succeed in winning over $100,000 in scholarships. How many of you guys would like to know something like that? Okay, I'm also going to show you the 3 scholarship myths that are keeping you from winning scholarships. And you're going to discover how average students like me, like you, like a lot of people on this webinar, are avoiding the $1.2 trillion student loan crisis and how you can too. And then finally at the end, guys, we're going to have a Q&A. So if you have questions, don't post it, in the chat yet until the very end. At the very end, I will make sure that I answer your questions. So let's get this going. Now, if you stay to the very, very end, you're taking notes, and you're going to get, you're really going to get a gift from me. Okay. So for those of you who are, on here, ready to go, and you stay to the very end, I'm going to give you my notes, my personal notes worth $200 on winning scholarships. Okay. So that's for those of you who stick to the very end. If you drop out, unfortunately, I cannot give those to you because it's only for the people who stay to the very end. It's my promise to you. I will send those to you in an email after the webinar. So stick around if you want those personal notes worth $200 on winning scholarships. Okay. So I'm going to request everyone's participation, and I want to ask, what is the biggest challenge you are facing in your search for scholarship money? Okay, what is your biggest challenge? I want to know, because I want to make sure that we address some of those throughout the webinar. Now, today I have a lot of stuff that I'm going to be covering anyway, but I just want to make sure that your questions and the things that you would like to know about are addressed in the webinar. So what is the biggest challenge you are facing in your search for scholarship money? A lot of people have different challenges. Some have challenges finding scholarships. Some have challenges with the essays. Some have challenges doing all sorts of things. So when it comes to you personally, what is it that is your biggest challenge in scholarship as far as winning them? Okay. So Aliyah said finding the right one. Alex says knowing what's a scam or not. It's a good one. Essay, I don't know where to look for scholarships. Essay, for sure. I don't qualify for FAFSA. Motivation to check all the flooding emails. Not finding the right one. Let's see. Having enough money when under 24, yet no longer dependent. Oh, okay. Andrew said, I'm not sure if I'm doing it correctly. Kayla says, I don't. Kayla also says, essays. Awesome. Well, these are good. These are good topics, and we're going to cover a lot of this stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and share with you that, as you participate more, we participate more back and forth. We're both going to learn and have more fun, and it's also going to help you win some money. That's what we're here for, right? We're here to learn how to win some money, and that's what I want to show you. So thank you for that. Now, here is my exact promise to you guys, okay? I'm going to show you some things that you can implement into your scholarship search immediately after this webinar, okay? This information is what led to my success and the success of others just like you. Now, you're going to leave feeling more confident about your ability to win scholarships, okay? And you will have a strategy to win more scholarships than before you attended this webinar. And that's my promise to you. So make sure that you're taking notes over all of this, okay? Now, what this is not. So it's not a get money quick with no effort type of thing. Okay. I just want to make that clear. There's no such thing as that. A lot of people are looking for the easy route for it to be easy. But that's just not how real life works. It will require hard work and dedication. But when I show you my proven method, you'll win more scholarships at a faster rate. And the reason being is because you have the right information, and guess what? You're putting in effort, because that's what it requires. There's no such thing as, making a lot of money without doing anything, okay? So before we move on, I just want to share a little bit of my personal story. I'm not going to take too long, but this is a picture of me in high school, okay? I was like many of you, okay? A lot of you here don't know, where to find scholarships, what to do, the essay, all sorts of things. I was in the same place as you not too long ago. Now, my big dilemma, though, was my senior year. I was informed that I would not qualify for any type of federal financial aid, despite my mom being a single mother raising 4 kids, okay? That means I wasn't going to get help from the federal government. So I was in a worse position than 99.9% of students in America, okay? Plus, I wasn't the smartest in my class, and I was not a super athlete. Imagine that. Now, I still remember the fear, okay? That almost paralyzing fear of not being good enough to win money for college. I mean, it's an ugly feeling, and I know many of you can relate. So what was worse, though, was just feeling alone, my mom did her best, honestly, and I can't blame her, right, for what happened. I knew it was up to me. So at this point in my life, I had two choices to make, and either one of them was going to cost me, okay? Now, number one, I could call it quits, just forget the whole college idea, which is probably not smart for the long term, or I could work hard and figure out how to pay for college, okay? So I got to work. I started researching. Every day I would spend hours looking for the few scholarships I qualified for, because honestly, I had no clue what I was doing and I had no help. And how many of you feel that way? You could say, that's me, Lewis. I honestly have no clue and I honestly need lots of help. Okay, because that was me. And I remember that, that time I spent hundreds of hours trying to figure out how to pay for college, perfecting my essays, getting recommendation letters, tweaking it, studying for my ACT exam. I was a one-man band, and that's something you don't want to be, okay? I'm not going to lie, guys. I worked harder that year than all previous years combined, but it was worth it. Because what happened, guys, was that I finally learned how to, fill out scholarship applications, and that helped me to be able to get, a lot of money. So I'm excited to share that with you and how that happened. So fast forward, okay, to the end of my senior year, and I already had plenty of scholarships to help me pay for my first year, okay? And so the main thing is that once I got out of college, really, here's what resulted is I graduated 4 years later with my bachelor's in accounting, and then 1 year later I graduated with my master's, okay? And it was all, scholarship money. There was no loans, and I always had money left over every single semester, okay? Now, here's one of my semesters, just so you guys can see. I have a screenshot. This is one of my cheaper semesters, but if you see here, it says refund credit balance. So I had a little bit of money left over. Now, that doesn't always happen, but it's good when it happens because that's just extra money you can use for food or, anything else that you need. Now, here's a picture of me winning Teen Serving Texas and then getting recognized by Governor Rick Perry. It was really, really cool. So what happened, guys, was that I earned over $100K during this time, okay, that I went to college, and to pay for my 2 degrees. And soon I was on, Fox News, Money Talks News, Grocket. Also, I had friends that would ask me for help, so I helped them, shared the system that I crafted, and they began seeing results, okay? You see, I literally went, guys, from zero to hero, and that's exactly what I want to help you do today. So I developed a system for students to take advantage of scholarship opportunities, and it's exactly what we'll be going over today. So before we continue, I just want to make sure that the system I'm going to show you will make it easier and faster in getting tons of scholarships, but it's only for those that are dedicated, willing to put the hard work, and are serious about their future. You just won't have to deal with the frustration of trying to figure it out alone like I did, okay? So I want to mentor you guys for a little bit here on this webinar. So if that's you, raise your hand. If you're ready to start making some progress with your scholarships, you feel like you've been stuck, but you're ready to move forward and actually make a decision to work hard and actually be willing to be mentored by somebody. If that's you, just let me know. I would like to know that. Now, with that being said, if I could go back in time, what would I tell myself? Honestly, guys, I would tell myself to find a mentor. Why? Because it saved me a lot of time and frustration. And really, a mentor is just someone who's willing to show you and help you out, right? Willing to show you because they've already been there. They've been in the position that you're in right now. Excuse me. So guess what? I'd find myself a mentor, and then I'd tell myself not to be so afraid and just go for it. A lot of times fear will hold you back. You're afraid that you may not be good enough. You're afraid that things might not work out. So imagine your future self, and guess what? And what he or she would say, and you'll quickly realize you're capable of doing amazing, okay? I believe in you. If no one believes in you, I believe in you. And here's something to ponder, okay, about mentorship and having someone to help you out, right, throughout this process. And here's the CEO of PepsiCo. She said, if I hadn't had mentors, I wouldn't be here today. I'm a product of great mentoring, great coaching. Coaches or mentors are very important. Because you can see, mentors are very important. So here's a question for all of you. How many of you think you would benefit from mentorship when it comes to scholarships? How many of you think, that would be me. I can benefit from that. If I had a mentor, I definitely could see myself making more progress, okay? Because honestly, a lot of students would, okay? A lot of students need that help. A lot of students have reached out to me, and there's just so much to learn. So having a mentor really is just having like someone who's willing to take you by the hand, right? So for those of you asking, where do you find a mentor? Well, today that's going to be me, right? I'm going to show you some things that I learned. And at the end of this webinar, I'm also going to give you guys an invitation to jump on a call with me for about 30 minutes and see if we are a good fit. Now, here's the first of the lesson, okay? We got to set the foundation right. So we have to do college funding 101, okay? So there are 3 basic types of financial aid you should be aware of. Now, the first one, it's grants, okay? That's free money given to institutions and individuals by the state or federal government. So that's just basically money that the government gives you and they say, you know what, you don't have to pay it back. Okay, that's good. That's the good type of money. So you want to be getting grants. Some examples of grants are called Pell Grants, for example. Another one is called the Teach Grant for teachers. So those are 2 examples of grants given by the government. The second type of money, which I want to focus on today, is scholarships and awards. So that's free money that usually requires you to fill out an application and some sort of essay and can be based on need or merit. In other words, what you have done. So this type of money does not need to be paid back. So there's a lot of this kind of money. So you want to make sure that you get your piece of the pie. And we're going to help you do that today. And then finally, student loans is the third. So this is the money you borrow from the government or private companies, and you have to pay it back. Okay, this is not free money. This is not something you get money and you never have to pay it back. No, when you get this money, you have to pay it back. And with interest, okay? With interest. So this is the kind of money you don't want to get as much as possible. You want to get scholarships, you want to get grants. Student loans, you want to try and stay away from them if possible, okay? So here's my question. How much do you think it costs on average to attend college for 4 years? I'll give you a few seconds to answer. I just want to see where you guys are at. I want to see if you know how much college really costs, because it's important to know, how much something is going to cost you if you're going to go ahead and try and go there. So you don't want to go to a university where it's $100,000 a semester and then you can't afford it, right? So you have to know, ballpark around how much it's going to cost you. So I'll just read a couple of answers to you guys. Louise said $60,000. Okay. Not bad, 60,000. Alex said 70,000. Let's see, Andrew said 40,000. Joshua said 52,000. Okay. And Ari said 100,000 for 4 years. Tiaja said 100,000. Nice. Okay, well, let's see. So the answer to that question is actually about 96,244. So those that said 100,000 or 90,000, you actually were really, really, really close. So, and for a private college, it costs almost twice as much. So that's $191,324. Okay. So it costs a lot of money. So if it's going to cost a lot of money, you're going to have to work to get some of that money through scholarships. Okay. Or grants. So usually it's a combination of both, but that's what you want to start doing. Now, those numbers are staggering. And the truth is, guys, that they have risen and they will continue to rise. That's why it's important to delve into winning scholarships. So let's tackle some scholarship myths, okay? This will be the second part of the webinar. Now, there are 3 scholarship myths that are keeping you from winning scholarship money. And we're going to go ahead and break those down so that we can get them out of the way. So the first one is, I have to be the smartest in my class. So that's definitely not true. I wasn't the smartest in my class, and my students that I mentor usually aren't, okay? You need to focus really on building your resume by volunteering and improving your grades every single semester, okay? Because when you're doing that, you're setting yourself up for success. A lot of you are out there, and you're not volunteering, you're not improving your grades at all, and that's really going to affect you. Now, you don't need, perfect grades. You don't need a 4.0, but you want to at least aim to get better grades each and every semester. Okay. Now, with that being said, the second scholarship method is going to keep you from winning scholarship money is that I have to be low income. This is false as well. Okay, so there are so many scholarships out there that have no income requirement. Okay, and most are actually based on merit. In other words, what you've accomplished. Okay, so you don't have to be low income to get money. Okay, that's totally false. That's not true. A lot of scholarships don't even require income. Okay. Now, the final one, this is a good one. Only the big scholarships are worth winning. So smaller scholarships add up to big money, guys. The big scholarships, they are harder to win, and most people don't win them. But that's okay. You don't need to win all the big scholarships. This is how I ended up paying for college. I won a lot of small scholarships, and I had a lot of small wins. And that's what I'm going to show you here how to do in a bit, because you really don't have to have a 4.0 GPA to start winning that scholarship money anymore. So here we go. There's the main part of the webinar, and here's where I'm going to really break it down for you guys, and I want you to really take notes here. So I'm going to show you my proven, simple, 3-step formula I use to succeed in winning scholarships. How many of you are ready to start delving into this? This is going to be the good part, the meat of the whole webinar, and this is where I really want you to grasp what I'm telling you, because this really made a difference. There's simple concepts. Okay, they are simple concepts. I'm not going to say they're not, but really they're very powerful concepts. And if you can really understand the simplicity and just really understand how powerful it can be for you winning scholarships, you're really going to do well. Okay, so don't underestimate the power of simplicity. Okay, Steve Jobs loves simplicity, and that's why he does really great. Okay, that's just one example of many. So today I'm going to help make you into a scholarship machine. If you don't know who this is Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's played in Terminator and other movies. So I want to make you into a machine. I want you to be able to win scholarships and really get excited about going to college, enjoying college, and just being able to pay for college. Okay, that's the most exciting part. So with that being said, here's the first part of the process. So the first part of the process is to get organized. Okay, get organized. The biggest factor becoming a scholarship machine, or in other words, applying for a lot of scholarships, is to get organized. Okay, you have to get organized, and it's the difference between winning one scholarship and winning 20. And here's why. Because when you're organized, the more you apply for more scholarships, and it increases the chances that you actually have of winning. So it's a numbers game, right? You'll get a bigger chance of winning. Now, you can keep track of your scholarships in an Excel spreadsheet. That's what I did, or on Google Sheets, right? And here are a few things that you should title the columns, okay, in your Excel spreadsheet. Now, the first one is name, amount awarded, due date, documents needed, and whether it's renewable or not. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and explain that a little more on this next screen. Here's an example of what your Excel spreadsheet should look. Now, if you want to take a screenshot of it, you can, and then I'll explain it. So first, you want to put on the first column the scholarship name. So here I put Gates Millennial Scholarship. Then the deadline. Third, the amount. Then whether it's renewable or not. In other words, can you win this scholarship every single year? Okay. And then whether you need a letter of recommendation. And then if you need a transcript, what is the essay topic? And if you need other documents such as a personal statement. Okay. And if you need to mail the application, the scholarship application, or email it. So you need to make sure that you keep up with all of your information, because believe me, if you're not organized, you'll forget something, you won't send something, it'll disqualify you, and you'll be wasting your time, spinning your wheels, and doing all sorts of extra work. Okay, how many of you guys really like this tip? How many of you guys think this is going to help you? Because I think this is the tip right here that has helped a lot of my students win a lot of money because they were able to get organized. They went from chaos to order to organized, and they were able to start applying for more scholarships and really focus on doing things right. Okay. Now, the next part, okay, about getting organized. So you always need to have extra copies of recommendation letters, transcripts, ACT and SAT scores, resumes, and personal statements. Why? Because you don't want to be running around chasing teachers at the last minute, okay? You want to make sure that you have extra copies of everything, okay? Now, with that being said, when I say extra copies, when it comes to recommendation letters, they may differ, from time to time, but for the most part, they're the same. So you just want to make sure you have copies in case you ever have an emergency. Okay. Now, the second one is don't just apply for the big scholarships. Apply for the small ones. So applying for the small scholarships really pays off, really, because really those are the ones that are easier to win. That's the secret that I had to win at 100,000. Now, here are a few places you can find them. Okay, the first place is office cabinets. You can ask your counselor. You can ask someone in the office that's in charge of your, college and career. Ask them, is there anywhere I can get, paper copies of scholarships that the school is offering? You want to do this because, most of the time students don't check and they miss out on the opportunity. So literally, I did that, and I was able to apply to 3 or 4 scholarships at my school. I was able to win a few of them because I was the first one to get them. And a lot of students really didn't care, and they didn't get them. The second thing is ask other school staff. Now, here's a cool story that happened to me and why I tell you to do this. Now, I asked a security officer, "Do you know anybody with the scholarships?" He said, "Yes, I know someone. He's been trying to give it away for 3 years. Why don't you apply for it, and I'll tell him to give it to you?" Guess what? It was that easy. Just asking around, asking teachers, asking staff if they could help me. And they did. They're more than willing to help. And so I won like a $2,000 scholarship, I think, or $2,000 or $4,000, one of the two. But that was just simply from asking somebody, okay, for some help. Just asking them if they knew anybody who had one. The third one, very important, local phone book. I know most people don't use a phone book, but it's very important that you at least look through it. You want to be able to find CPA firms, law firms, doctor's offices, real estate firms. You want to find these places because they have money to give away, okay? They have money that they want to help students with. So a lot of these places that are local have maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 or 4 people who compete for them. So imagine you're trying to compete for a scholarship like the Gates Millennial that has, 10,000 participants or more, whereas you can find one locally that's maybe $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, but there's only 2 or 3 competitors. Which one do you think you're going to win? So that's one of the keys and one of the ways that I was able to win so much money is that I went after these scholarships instead of the big ones or just the big ones, right? And also, you want to be able to go to your local news websites, okay? So go on the local news website, do a search, put scholarships. You'll be able to find scholarships from past years, and you'll be able to check out where they were from, how you can apply for them. All this information that is so good that you're not going to find elsewhere, okay? These are the scholarships that I used. I found one for $500, wasn't a lot, but it also included a trip to Washington, D.C. for 7 days, okay? Woohoo! So how many of you would like, one with the trip? You can find one like that, right? Because if you look and you look, you're sure to find some really great stuff. So guys, this is the key number 2, okay? And I hope you guys understand how important this is, because really this is very, very important. And without this, guys, you're not going to be able to do much, okay? Okay, so the third part of this process is have great proofreaders and recommenders. Having a great application is okay, guys, but what will really make you a star is having the right recommenders and proofreaders for your essays. So here are a few tips on how to choose them, okay? First one, they must know you on a more personal level. You don't want people writing you recommendation letters that don't know you, because then it's not going to be genuine. The content or what they write about you is not going to be that great. So you want to get people who really, really, really know you, okay? Also, quick tip, you want to hand your recommender a resume of what you've done so they can brag on you a little bit, even a lot. So that way they at least have an idea of what you've accomplished, okay? I hope that makes sense. You want them to be a little bit informed about you so they can write better stuff. And the second part of this is they must like you. Okay, your recommenders must like you. Don't pick a teacher who you've struggled with in the past, right? Don't pick Mrs. Jones or Mr. Reagan, who you've had some, discussions with, unless you've gotten on good terms with them again. Pick people that you like and that like you. And then finally, they must be interested in your success. Okay, that's important because, if they're not interested in your success, they're probably not going to take their time to write it. They're probably not going to write the best things about you. So make sure they are interested in your success. So the third one, finally, remember, we talked about this, have great proofreaders and recommenders. So here's exactly what happened after I perfected my 3-step formula, okay? I broke it down in a simple way, but here's what happened. I went from spending a few days on one scholarship to cranking out 2 to 3 each day, okay? So, and soon after that, I started to get award letters, and I was totally excited. I was filling out a lot of essays, which is totally fine, but I was organized, had great proofreaders, and I looked in the right places, okay? So I continue to tweak and perfect my system that I just showed you, and every year, guys, I continue to win more and more scholarships. This is how the money went. Just kept going up. How many of you would like to see that? Because that's exactly what happens to some of my students whenever they put the work in, okay? When they put the work in and they're willing to chase their dream, they can make it happen, okay? And so this is exactly what I want to do for you, okay? I want to help you with that. I want to teach you, I want to mentor you and help you get to that place. Now, my system literally paid me a full ride scholarship despite me not being the smartest in my class and having no superstar abilities. So I didn't win just this big scholarship. I won a bunch of them, and then I basically gave myself a full ride. Now, everything I talked about today could be for whether you're a freshman in high school, even a junior high, or you're even, a senior in college, right? This information will help you win scholarships, okay, regardless. Now, what is unique about my system is that I learned how to tweak essays, so I worked less and less and continued to win more. Now, we didn't cover essays, but I'm going to share with you later on how, we can work together so we can help you with that. But that is the power of having a system that works, okay? At first, I was hesitant to teach this, guys. I've always been shy about stuff like this. But after seeing it work over and over for average students like you and I decided it was about time somebody cracked open all the secrets to winning big money. Aren't you guys glad that I was willing to do that? So here are a couple of my student case studies, people who have been in, under me and I've mentored. And here's Neptali, first of all. He went to the prestigious Air Force Academy, #3 public college in the nation. When we talked, he was afraid. He didn't know what he was going to do. He didn't know how to, organize himself. He was a mess, right? He just didn't know what he was going to do. Once he was mentored by me, and once I showed him what I showed you, and and coached him through the essays, coached him through how to get his mind right, he was able to get into a very prestigious college. Okay, that was really exciting for me, really exciting for him. So this is the type of stuff I help students do, is I help them win scholarships. And here's another student of mine, Victor. He was able to graduate debt-free with his business degree. Why? Because he was able to get under my mentorship and learn the things that he needs to learn and actually take action and work hard, right? Because it takes hard work. And so he went to college and he came out completely debt-free, no loans. So although we touched on some important points, I think it's only the tip of the iceberg there. And you know what? They are already going to make you a scholarship machine, but there's just still so much more I'd like to teach you guys. There's no way I could do it in one webinar. But today, guys, you have a choice to make, just like I did when I was a senior. Okay. Number one, you can do it on your own, the complicated and frustrating way. That's how 99% of people do it. They'd rather just try and figure it out on their own, from finding scholarships to filling out. They want to do everything on their own, but guess what? They have no results, and that's so frustrating. And that's what choice number one is for each and every one of you. Choice number two is you can use my simple and strategic system that has it worked out for you, right? You don't have to go off and wonder or anything. You can actually just know for sure this is how you're supposed to fill out a scholarship. Now, with that being said, I want to share something I'm really, really excited about. Okay, and that is the ScholarshipOwl VIP course. Now, right now, we are really looking to only take on a few students that are really excited about winning scholarships, that are really serious. They're not playing games. They want a future, and they really want to get to work. So at the end of this webinar, I'm going to go ahead and send you a link in the chat, also, or maybe an offer as well in the chat, where you can schedule a free strategy session. Okay, we're going to call them a strategy session. Really, it's a strategy call where you'll get on the phone with me or someone on the ScholarshipOwl team, and we'll help you. We'll talk about where you're at and whether we would be a good fit for you to help you win more scholarships. This is not for everybody, guys. This really is not for everybody. But ScholarshipOwl VIP course, we're only taking a few students. So as soon as I put that link up in a minute, if you feel like you want to get on a call with one of us and see if you are a good fit for this class, for the ScholarshipOwl VIP course, totally online, we would love to have you in there. Now, with that being said, a lot of you probably asking, what is the Scholarship VIP course? Now, it's my personal scholarship system, guys, that I crafted to make winning scholarships easier, faster, and less frustrating. It's really a step-by-step online video, okay? It's really, really good stuff. It's my best stuff. It's what I teach all my students. And so that is what's inside that course. Now, it's the A to Z blueprint for successfully winning scholarships. That includes my mentorship, guys, and every piece of advice all my students have used to have major success. Now, with that being said, I want to make sure that you know that in this course, I'm going to reveal all my tips, tricks, strategies, and secrets so that you can literally replicate what I did and start winning immediately, guys. No ifs, ands, or buts. I'm that serious about it. I'm that passionate about it. My students are seeing results, and you can too. So it's just 100% online video lessons that are designed to craft you into a top candidate immediately, okay, on every scholarship application. Plus, you get webinar content with other experts, okay? You're also going to get a personal account manager and automatic scholarship applications through ScholarshipOwl, okay? And you're going to get one professional essay overview of 500 words every month. And remember I told you step 3 is finding someone to proofread your essay. Well, we're going to do that for you here in the Scholarship VIP course, okay? So this is not for everybody, and we're definitely going to fill up quickly. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead, because some people are messaging me that they would like to get on it's a free 30-minute call, okay? A strategy call. You can get on the line with me or someone on the scholarship team, and we will answer, your questions and see if you're a good fit for this course. This is definitely not for everybody, but if you can say, Lewis, I need help, I definitely would like to be part of this. It's a limited class. I want to be part of this, and I want to be part of that select group that is able to win scholarships and get ahead. I'm going to go ahead and publish, okay? Let's see. There it is, okay. So if you notice on your screen, okay, there is an offer, and also in the chat, I put a link. So those of you who are ready to go, because I see a lot of you messaging me privately that you would like to get on a call, 30-minute call with me or someone on the scholarship team to discuss, if you would be a good fit and that if we will let you into this class, please schedule a call, click the link, and we will schedule a call with you, okay? Just click the link and you will be able to put in your information and we'll get back to you. So here are the benefits of taking my course, okay? Let's keep going. You won't lose out on scholarship money. My system can easily find, and even scholarship websites don't find for you, right? A problem I see with a lot of people is they only use the scholarship websites, and that's just not where all the scholarships are at. I'm going to teach you where they're all at, okay? Local, state, national. And, you know, in this course, you will know what to do and how to do it. You will save hundreds of hours, guys, because I have tools and templates that are going to make it super easy. You just literally follow step by step by step by step. You don't have to wonder. I wish I had that when I was in high school, but I didn't. So I put this cool course together, and that's why I'm saying not everybody can get in, because I really want people who are really hungry, really passionate about their education, really want to make a future, and really want to get into college and win more scholarship money. Those are the kind of people I want. If that's not you, I don't want to say this rudely, but I don't want you to apply for that free 30-minute call that we're going to have to see if we will let you into the course, okay? You will also get my 6 years experience in winning scholarships, so you never get stuck, okay? So here's what my system does for students, okay? You go from maybe filling out 15 or 20 scholarships a year to filling 30 to 45. Why? Because my system is going to help you to really get organized, really get your mindset right, and then also to be able to apply for more scholarships. And I'm going to share with you, how to write the essay and how to really create a winning scholarship application, which a lot of you need help with that. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing with the Scholarship VIP course. So what we went over earlier in the webinar is the foundation of what I teach in the course. So if you thought this free webinar was awesome, wait till you get into the course. For those that make it into the course, you're going to be really stoked, really excited, because really it's the best of the best that's out there. I can guarantee you that. There's nothing like this out there, and you're really going to enjoy getting into the content. So I have a few of you private messaging me. If you can, look in the chat or in the offer. I did post a link so that you can schedule a 30-minute call with me and me or one of my teammates here at Scholarship Owl, and we can talk about whether you would be a good fit for the class. So here's what we're going to teach. Step 1, we're going to teach you how to develop your mindset and your goals. Okay, that's important. You want to be able to do that. The second thing, we're going to teach you college funding terms. Okay, we're going to cover some of the basics, and we're going to teach you how to get a certain type of loan so you don't get buried in debt. The step 3, we're going to teach you how to pick the college that makes more sense as far as the cost. Also, you're going to learn the secret of finding those easy scholarships once you've decided on your major, okay? And then step 4, we're going to teach you how to find scholarships tailor-made for you, okay? Awesome, Tiaja. Tiaja, I saw you scheduled a call with us. Thank you so much. We'll get in touch with you. I know a lot of you are excited for this. Also, we're going to, in step 5, this is the good stuff right here. A lot of you said you struggle with the essay part. Your struggle is gone now, because we're going to teach you everything on how to write an essay. We're going to give you templates. We're going to coach you, and we're going to review your essay. So we'll actually review your essay, a 500-word essay, and you'll be able to make sure that you get the help that you need. Awesome, Octavia. Schedule the call as well. Thank you so much. So, guys, before we get going and before we get off, I just want to go ahead and, let you know that we're excited to have you guys join this course. Of course, we have to make sure that you're the right fit. But with that being said, I did promise you that at the end, I was going to answer some of your questions. So right now, we're going to do a Q&A. So if you have any questions, I'm more than open right now. Go ahead and put it in the chat. I want to go ahead and answer some of those questions. So put it in the chat. Let me know, and we will get going. I'll just give you a few seconds here. If you have any questions, let me know. We'll get this going. Is the VIP course? Now guys, this strategy session, this call is completely free. It's a 30-minute call. Really, we're just going to see if you're the right student for us to help. If we don't think we can help you, honestly, we will let you know, and we'll tell you, we're not going to be able to help you. But if we can help you, we will go ahead and let you know. And going from there, we'll let you know how you're going to be able to get into the VIP course if you do qualify for it. Okay. Let's see. Colton, did you go to a big high school? I did not go to a big high school. Colton, small high school. Let's see. Wow, a lot of you are scheduling calls. Awesome. I'm going to be glad to talk to some of you. Let's see. Another. Let's see. Some of you scheduled a call for tomorrow. I see that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Louise, no, there are no internships required. Izzy, I have 2 degrees. I finished my first one in 2014, my second one in 2015. Yes, Michelle, there will be a limited replay. I believe so. At the, I think tomorrow or later on today, there will be a limited replay. Okay, so you want to get that on there as soon as possible. Okay, I see you guys scheduling calls, still scheduling calls. Awesome. Okay. Anybody else have any questions about, scholarships or anything else? Are there certain types of scholarships from different schools, or do they apply to all? So there are certain types of scholarships for different schools. But there's just so many scholarships, Alexis. You just really got to look and just see everything, because there's just so much out there. Andrew said, what if we are going for a doctorate degree for a certification? Are there scholarships for that? Yes, there are. There definitely are. Okay, any more questions related to scholarships? How do I find scholarships that relate to my interests? Well, you can just to start out, just basically what you can do just to start out is do a keyword search in Google. Thank you for giving us wonderful information. You're welcome, Octavia. Did you fill out a lot of essays, scholarships? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. That's why it's important to get good at the essays. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and if you guys don't have any more questions, I don't see any more questions. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. How many of you guys really enjoyed it? You can say I really learned a lot in this webinar. I really try to add a lot of value to you guys. Now, when it comes to the scholarship VIP course, we're only allowing a few students in, although it's not free because nobody works for free. Let's be honest. Nobody does anything for free. You wouldn't go to a job for free, but we definitely are here to help you and we're definitely here to support you, okay? So Kayla said, how can I apply for scholarships that deal with my major? So you can go to your, the college that you're wanting to attend, and find like the business school and ask them if they have scholarships. Izzy, what do you do if you get too many scholarships? If you get too many, you would just get a check, like a refund like I did. You're welcome, Alex. Aliyah, I learned a lot. Thank you. Thank you, Colton. Uri, yep, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you, Louise. I really appreciate that. Kayla, I attend Pitt Community College. Awesome, Kayla. Chenier said, thanks. I found this very useful. That is awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for being on here with me. If you haven't watched the replay, Christy, you should watch it. It'll help you to get started. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you on the next webinar. This is Louis Trujillo, your Chief Scholarship Expert at ScholarshipOwl. Guys, if you need anything else, schedule a call. I'm going to go ahead and put the link. You need to schedule a call. Okay? Thank you guys so much for being on here.